Right. Now, I must be honest with you. I'm sort of winging this because I literally just got this mic about 5 minutes ago. And, yeah, if this works, it works. So, we'll give it our best shot, sure. And, yeah, welcome to ILR5. As you can tell, I've got a new mic. And, yeah, setting up has been difficult, but I think I've got there. One thing I have discovered is an issue is the PS4 is a little bit loud, and I don't really think I can do anything about that. I'm just going to make sure I can actually hear myself on the stream just to make sure it doesn't sound, terrible, so just give us a second. Do you get to hear me twice? Terrible, so just give us a second. Twice. I mean, it will do for a first attempt, I guess. But anyway, yeah, welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix round 17, and yeah, welcome to ILR5. We haven't got too long left to go in the season now, so we're hitting the end game, and we're still waiting for Jamie to win a race, as Jack Gooden has pointed out. He hasn't really won yet. Well, he hasn't really said it, but he's been playing it, yeah, I don't think he's won a race yet, and hopefully he will win at some point. His chances are significantly down from earlier points in the season when he was, better, but still, there's always a chance. I know I said I'd get challenge standings, but as you can probably tell, I've been otherwise engaged. So we'll just sort of try and, like I say, wing it and see if I can make this work tonight. And by ILR2 on Sunday, we should have this a bit more organised. But yeah, we're seeing times come through now. We've got Chapelidi up there at the top with a 127.7, and that's two people now saying about a Jamie win. They seem quite confident that the young man's gonna take victory. We've got 8 people. Hello, welcome. You may notice I've got a new mic, and you may also notice if you're in the ILR5 chat that I literally set this up about 5 minutes ago. So I do apologise for the sound being a bit because I'm still trying to work this out. But yeah, luckily this is just qualifying, so I can obviously test the waters and just see if this is any good. And yeah, so let me know in the comments if I sound okay. Let me know if the PlayStation jet engine to the right of me is too loud, and yeah, just let us know that it isn't an absolute disaster. For qualifying, you should be expecting really just super softs. For most of the guys, it's a track where it's quite easy to do the one stop. It's just about what tire you choose for your second stint. Is it going to be the softs or the mediums? That is your 3 tire compounds there. I haven't seen laps on all 3 of them already. Oh dear, Lenny thinks the jet engine is a disaster class. Now, the issue with having a box room is that this PlayStation is... Oh, that's a Iceman in the wall at the Dunlop. I think his accident... That's the most typical corner in the track in my opinion, because I think in ILR3 last season a few people binned it down, including myself, and in season 2 as well. It's a difficult corner because if you go a little bit wide on any of the parts, then you're done for. So Iceman getting his crashes out of the way early on. But anyway, as I was saying, the issue with this PlayStation, I can move it a little bit, but that would probably destroy it because I pulled the plug out by accident or something. But like I say, jet engine, I'll get that sold for ILR2. Hopefully, but for now you're gonna have to deal with me and a jet engine, and yeah, has been an ongoing issue to be honest with you. But normally I'm able to sit a bit further away, but yeah, this mic's a bit clunky, so you need to put it in a big sort of area. Anyway, yeah, still Shapley up top. As I said, the 3 compounds all being used at the moment. Expect them all to go down to supers at the end, and then to mediums and softs. And while they are doing all these laps, I will actually try and find standings. So, Mr. Jack Gooden, if you're still there, make sure you're ready on the ILR account to give me the standings, because I'm not going to spend the next 10 minutes looking for it. Thanks. And there's Yoss starting a lap. We haven't rode on board, so while I try and get standings, let's ride on board with him. Yeah, well, at least I've been more prepared for this. I mean, this jet engine really is an issue, isn't it? At least it's louder than the cars, you know? At least you can finally say the F1 cars sound better than something. But yeah, you also in the first sector, we just seen MK Bourne retire from the session, so I wonder why he did that. Hopefully it wasn't too painful or too disastrous or fatal. Yeah, we've seen 12 times then so far, obviously on board with what is most likely going to be the 13th one of yours, as long as it, you know, goes well and doesn't turn into a total disaster. And yeah, it's been seemingly a good lap so far, so we'll see how the last sector goes. Through 130R, this used to be a corner that would scare people, but now if it scares anyone, then I don't know actually, how would that scare you? Maybe if you're reversing around it and someone's coming at you at full speed, maybe that would scare both parties, but apart from that, point I'm trying to make, it's a pretty easy corner now. Just a simple left-hander. Final turn, look out for that bump that Yoss just went over, because if you go over that bump too hard, you will spin off and you will die in a horrendous accident in the pit wall. And setting up from experience, from practice and all sorts, it does happen, it's painful. Bastos is retired, so I wonder if that was an accident, because I don't imagine you'd be wanting to retire having done 3 laps in the mediums and nothing else. We're not even halfway through the session yet, but it does look good for Cyber so far, doesn't it? 1 and 3 at the moment, and we're just seeing Jamie heading onto a lap now, and we've got 15 people here in the stream. Hi, welcome. Apologies for the jet engine. And Mr. Jack Gooden has come through and given me some championship standings, and thank God he did. Carriage, where is he? He's 16th at the moment. He is currently leading the championship by 75 points. Now, I don't know about wins or anything, but I think that means that if Carriage was to win this race today, and Jamie, who we're watching now, does that in the race because if he hits the wall, or anything else that makes him retire, if Jimmy doesn't score any points and Carriage wins, then I think that makes Carriage the champion with 4 rounds to go. So, thank you very much to Mr. Gooding for the championship standings, and yes, very much needed. Didn't realise we were in a championship decider. Funny how a season goes so quickly, doesn't it? And let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. Once again, new mic, let me know if it's any good. Obviously it's a little difficult. People saying I can't hear game? Huh, that is an issue, and I have no idea how to solve this. Are you only hearing a microphone? Is that what it is? Because I don't know if I can do much about that, because like I say, I was expecting it on Friday. I was just expecting to be using a regular headset, and then they turn around and say, oh no, we'll deliver it to you on Thursday at like 6:30, because we're nice like that. Which is a great gesture, but right, so obviously I've got a lot of settings on this thing, a lot, and I would start flicking all the switches on it, but I'm worried that I will break something. So yeah, at the end of qualifying, sure, I will mess about with the buttons and see if I can fix it and actually get you hearing game and sound at the same time. But yeah, like I say, first stream with it, we'll just work with it, sure, and hopefully you enjoy the racing. And my beautiful voice, you know, you shouldn't need to worry about hearing the gameplay when you've got me in the commentary box, okay? You don't need to worry, my friends. Easy. Here's Iceman. He was in the wall, remember, at the Dunlop curve earlier, so he's managed to successfully get through there this time, as you can see. And on that horrible bump at the end of the lap, he comes to the line and he goes into 5th position. 6/10 still of Chapelini. He's having a good day, is the cyber driver. More yellow flags in sector 1 to 2, and that will be at the Dunlop curve, so who's dead in there this time? I have no idea. I assume no one now. I think they've all been able to make it out of there. And looks like Kyle's off in Narnia there. I don't think that's the right line up the hill, but I guess that's how you get out of the way of people. And that person's getting out of the way of is Noel on a set of the soft, sorry. I'm just saying that as a carriage in 17th. Going for the title today. Retires from the session. Oops. That didn't go well. And Noel starts a lap. Let's find someone on the supers. I'm kind of interested in seeing what Chapelini's up to, being on pole and everything. We'll see if he can extend his gap up top. And, oh dear. That's the seen more comments. Only Mike and jet engine. That is one way to describe this. And, you should see the mess that this is made, actually. It is made quite a mess around here. We've got a box, I've got all sorts of packaging around me. It's an absolute mess, this place. So, it could be worse. Oh, I'm going to assume that Carriage is the guy who just retired there in the chat, plus Tekken, saying he has to start the back from now on. Is he the one with internet issues? Thought that was oh, where is Saleh? Oh, we don't have any Saleh today. Do we? No, he's not there. Okay. Someone else then. Well, Carriage. Anyway, yes, Chapelini, he is through the hairpin now and heading round towards the spoon curve. Now, I remember in real life when we saw Vettel do a dive bomb on Verstappen here and get it completely wrong. I wonder if anyone will be thinking of trying that move today. That is one of the overtaking spots. Another one is up this hill, which is it's unadvisable, let's just say that much. If you're an ILR5, it's a possibility. If you're an ILR3, it's impossible. Into here as well, where Senna famously dive bombs Prost, and Prost decides he's going to take a completely different line and kill him, which is nice. And yeah, Chapelini extends his pole position. He seems to be working beautifully around here, but we'll keep going for the overtaking opportunity, sure, because we had in there. Turn 1, another good opportunity, as well as turn 2, where Senna took his revenge on Prost and shoved him off to Narnia in 1990. And yeah, there's actually a lot of overtaking spots, like I said, happen as well as another one. So expect to see a lot of overtaking today. But at the moment, it is just Chapelini dominating this. It is a 27-2. And oh, I think Carriage says he's off assists 100% this race. Noel and himself are just going for sushi after turn 1, so that's going to be fun. Can I join you? Sounds like a good time down there. Noel, by the way, he did do a lap. He's in 8th, and I just wonder if he's got enough time to get back to the pits, put on a set of the red marked super sauce, and head back out and do a banger of a lap. He's currently 1.2 seconds off pole. That's a point. I wouldn't say a full second of that is a tyre, but certainly a good chunk of it, and you can see how much he's pushing to get back into the pits. I've noticed that this pit lane's a bit stingy when it comes to its penalties, and when I say that I mean it just doesn't work. Penalties don't work here. I think I saw a league race where people were getting penalties miles before the pit entry for speeding, which, well yeah, that makes no sense, does it? So I wonder if we'll see that today. Hopefully we don't. Yeah, there's Jamie out there. Dom Regie, we're still waiting for him, we're still waiting for Chapelini to come back out. They've got time, obviously, but let's see if they actually do decide to come out. Johnny here is on a lap, he's in P4 at the moment, looking to get himself a little bit higher up the field. And you can see a wheel there from someone who died at Dunlop, so I assume that was... well, let's guess Bastos, or maybe let's guess just anyone. Whoever died there, rest in peace, I guess, and, well, rest in pieces, as that says. But, yeah, like I say, I personally believe that Dunlop is the most difficult corner here. I don't know what you lot think in the chat, let us know. We've got 17 of you, I'm sure we'll get some good opinions from all that. And, yeah. I mean, you could regard this one as difficult if you get a little bit wide on the exit, because that could just make it a bit of a complication with getting on the throttle and everything, and you can just end up off in Narnia. And 130R as well can be difficult. It is a difficult track, but it is a very fun one as well, if you know what you're doing, which I don't. And you'll be able to see how it gets on at 8 o'clock tonight for ILR3. But for now, let's see what Johnny does. He's looking to get into pole position. He's not going to quite get there, but it's P2 for now. 5/10 off the pace. Chapelini isn't coming back out, and Noel, as I suspected, is out on the super softs. Here's Jamie, the man second in the championship. The man who could cut that gap down to 50 points today if carriages no assists go absolutely terribly wrong. Although it looks like Jamie's having his own issues at the rear end, sliding about a bit there as Iceman goes up to P2. And 23 of you here. God, there's a lot of experience to do after this qualifying session. And like I say, I will mess about with the switches and see if I can fix stuff. I'm just going to need you lot in the chat to be very cooperative here and help me out. But Jamie up the hill towards 130R. Does he get himself up towards that front row? He was third after the first runs. He'd be wanting to make this a Cyber 1-2. But we'll see if he can or not. Here he comes. Hits that horrid bump and comes to the line. And he improves by 2/1000 of a second, which is absolutely useless to him. Don Rajib, he's out there, but that's very wide in the entry to Dunlop, and that lucky he gets away with it. Let's just say that much, because that is when you can make mistakes. Checker flag is out, qualifying is over. Chapelini is on pole as it stands. Sweetema, can he do anything about that as he comes to the line? It's P6, so not quite enough. Yeah, here's Chance, by the way. He's on the set of softs, looking to get into the top 10. It's you. I think I remember from ILR3 last season. Was part of that crazy lap that I had. You know, because I don't stop going on about that Brazil race where he was holding the whole pack up. Got me to win that day. Good man. Nothing every pass, but I hope this guy does well. He got me a win in the past. I remember him. And oh, Kyle's he's off to Narnia again. That's gone well. Noel is still out there, and Don Rajib is still out there. The only men out there who can challenge this pole position, who are not doing a second lap, obviously. I don't know if Jamie fancies a second lap or not. And coming to the line, Don Rajib, is it any good? No, unfortunately. Jamie is not going for number 1. He's 3 seconds down. Noel, however, can he get onto that front row? Can he get onto pole position? I'd say front row is more likely with a tyre delta. We'll see what he does. It is the front row. It's P2 here in the qualifying session at Japan. And all the guys have finished here. So people in the chat, please tell me if you can either hear the gameplay or me here, right? So I'm going to tell you when I flick the switch. You'll probably hear me, but let me know what this does. Right, switch flipped. Does it do anything interesting? I mean, I can listen for myself, obviously, but you know, gotta get the fans involved somehow. Let me just hear for myself, actually. I mean, it just sounds the same. Obviously, you can't tell if you can hear the gameplay or not. Obviously, there's a formation level I can do this on. You can tell there's not much preparation that's gone into this. There went a car. A car went by there. Did anyone hear that? I don't know. Dead guy in the wall there. This is really irritating. I wish they'd give me an extra half an hour to set this up, because all I could test was the mic quality and make sure it actually worked. But I'd rather have the mic quality working than the actual everything else. I'll just flip that back to the way it was, I guess, since yeah, they still say you can't see the game. Right, quickly, let's try the last one. Right, can you hear the game now? I know it's difficult to hear, so we'll leave it on this mode and just hope that we actually get someone that you can listen to in a minute, and then you can sort of judge it out. Anyway, your top 10: Chapelini from Noel, Iceman, Johnny, Don Rajib, Jamie, Sweetema, Stephen Lantaja, Leos, and Lord Elephant. What a name for the Dutchman there. And that is the top 10, all on the supers, apart from the 2 Dutchmen in 9th and 10th. So it's going to be an interesting fifth row. We'll see what they can do from there. And yeah, please tell me that you can hear the gameplay in a minute, because I don't know. I'm about as clueless as you here when it comes to this. I mean, it could just be because my gameplay might just be down. Maybe it's like 2 out of 10 or something, I don't know. Right, so it's a nice and sunny day anyway, so you don't have to worry about any rain. which is good, I guess. It means we're going to get a proper strategy here and see exactly what works and see who actually comes out on top. So, yeah, fingers crossed no one dies at turn 1, no one dies anywhere else, and we have Jamie winning because it keeps the championship nice and close. Okay, it's only mic and jet engine, but then again, you gotta remember that you can't actually hear the game yet, so I'll go on board with a car, and then we'll see if we can hear that, okay? And then if you can't hear that, well, it's just the end for mankind. I'll just have to turn the volume of my TV up, I guess, and you just have to listen to the cars from there. Right, let's go on board with a car. Please tell me that you can hear this. Giving you a listen. I'll put tire strategies up while I'm here. That's interesting. We've got the top 8 on the supers, and the rest are going for either softs or mediums. We've got 13, 14, 15, 17 and 19 on the mediums, the rest on the softs, and then obviously the top 8 on the supers. Okay, you can hear the gameplay a little bit. It's a good start, isn't it? I mean, can I up the volume from here? I can. I mean, that's... oh. Don't know how much that helps, really. Is that any lighter? What was that? Did someone just fall through the track? Instead of what it looks like. It says the mic is more control it. Right, well, do you know what? Right, we're most of the way through this formation lap now. I really can't really do much more than this without actually, you know, having to end this and do something else. So I do apologise. I know this is a very confusing start to the stream, and you're probably all wondering what the hell is going on. But the point is, we're here for a race. So let's just enjoy the race, yeah. So they're all heading to the end of the formation lap now. We've got 2 people disqualified because there's always going to be someone disqualified, isn't there? No one likes to just get to the end of their lap without doing anything. And yeah, people always have to be disqualified. So they come up to the grid now. Chapalili's on pole, Noel in second. It's a pretty strong front row. And who will come out on top? Obviously we've got all the disqualified people on the grid first because they're special, and they yeah, they deserve to be there more. So we've got 2 Red Bulls already there and a Haas. R.I.P. the boring Haas livery. Well, I mean, the new one isn't exactly exciting, but it's the nicer colours, okay? Goodbye boring colours on the Haas. Enjoy these last few races with it, and the 10 races next season. And get ready for the start of the Japanese Grand Prix. You can see Smudge is there on his grid slot. At last, here we go. The lights are on ahead of the drivers. They get away. What a start from Chapalili. He's miles ahead already. Noel's got nothing to combat. He's actually had a really poor start. Iceman right round the outside into turn 1. He's off to Narnia. That's not going to help him out at all there. Is he going to lose any positions? He'll lose down to 4th and now 5th. So not a great start from the man in the Renault. Just sort of got a bit overexcited there into turn 1, and we got yellows. I think there's been a crash between a Red Bull and a Toro Rosso. Yes, giving the fans a donut show, but the Honda powered car crashing into the well, Honda car of the future. So not great there for the Japanese fans. And Yoss up into P8. They can actually, you know, get up there, obviously, with help. And there he is, ahead of the Haas, but the Haas is trying to come back. But then Chant right running outside Superman and tells you, does he get through? He might have a run on the exit here. And as they head up towards a spoon curve, if he fancies a look, he may go for it. Same with Yoss and Swedemer. But I think they're all going to hold station. Noel is on the back of Chapalili. He is very close to that side where he's going to get a fantastic run all the way up the hill and all the way towards the chicane. It's a very long run. Same with these 2 behind. They're both getting a great run on each other in the battles for first and for third. And no movement in any of the battles, but staying very close. They can stay that close to DRS. We are going to be in for a stunning race today. but through the end of lap 1, it is Shapalili still leading this race, and we've got a free car fight about to occur here, I think. It's Superman Natalia Fancy's getting close side by side with Wiedemann, and Jos is off to Narnia as Wiedemann gets that back. And yeah, Jos has just fallen through the field. He's done what Iceman did, just got too eager into the corner. It just doesn't work there, unfortunately. And we've got Jamie there right on the back of Iceman, and Iceman right on the back of Dom Rajiv as well. Dom Rajiv certainly seems to be falling off the pace there. I thought he would have been looking at a move for third there in a moment, but not anymore. I wonder if he's had damage or a mistake or something which is slowing down, because he's under some real pressure as Iceman doesn't quite go for the inside, but he's certainly looking at it. And Noel is certainly looking at the lead of this race. He's heading through, staying 4 tenths ahead, and I really... Yeah, oh dear. Apologies for that. You can't mute these things. I mean, you could just watch it on YouTube, give us the extra viewer, give us some more money, but no. Oh, Iceman's in trouble. Iceman is off to Narnia, and I got to go all the way down and hopefully not miss anything as Iceman gets overtaken by MK Bourne and Lord Elephant and many others, as he seems to have made a mistake. He's not enjoying himself out there today. He's made 2 mistakes in the opening 2 laps. He'll want to rectify that quickly, but I don't know if he will. Noel sets the fastest lap of this race. Mr. Edmonds is looking very good as he starts lap 3, but that's a soft runner. That is HU up to P10 and setting the fastest lap so far. So is that proving that these soft runners are the ones to watch later on? In other league races that I've done, they certainly are the ones to watch. So keep an eye on them. Currently running 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 16th for Carriage, who's running 100% no assists, and it's been proven that. And Suma Milanitasia looks to have made a move there as Jamie was off into the gravel, and Suma Milanitasia, seeing if the Dunlop curve, got through up into P6, head of both Ferraris now, and Iceman's day has just got worse. Let's see where he ended up, and that is a nasty place in the wall. I think he's lost both his rear... Is that his rear left and front left gone? Has he had a real death there in the Degnas? I think he has indeed. So, unfortunately, he just never really got started in this race, did he? He was struggling from the get-go. And Smudge looking at a move. And no, looking at a move. He's going to get DRS for the first time down the main straight, so he's going to want to be patient here. Just going to get a nice run, and then there's Etsu and Jos fight for P9. Noel is going to try and fight for the lead. Does he get close? He's going to get very close, but unless he's going to dive it, he's not going to go for the lead at the moment. He's just going to stick behind for now. Dom Rajiv will do the same thing at Johnny, so he's been able to catch back up. And Etsu, does Etsu get by at last? I think he does. He's a little bit wide. He'll be a brave man to get by there. And that is Johnny in the wall. Now, how has he done that? Has he just gone wide on the exit of 2 and just spun it? I couldn't imagine it was contact. I know Dom Rajiv was close, but I don't think he would have just stuck it into the back of him. It wouldn't make any sense. But Johnny, oh dear, he's facing the wrong way still. Can he get himself turned round? I mean, the race is already basically over for him, isn't it? Will he just retire, or will he just continue and be a nice person? Oh dear, he's round again. This is burning the RS as well, I think. So just disaster upon disaster here. And Johnny short shifts his way out of that embarrassing situation and gets his race back underway. 22 seconds, 23 seconds now off the nearest car, and looks like Shapalini's put the hammer down. He's getting away from Noel. Should Noel just went for that dive bomb? Who knows, really? Let's not speculate. But these four, they're looking pretty close. We've got a Ferrari battle with the McLaren. You think we're watching 1998 all over again, but then you see the positions and think, yeah, that's more like it. Oh, is that contact, or is that just a bit of a slide there for Etsu? Either way, he's going to have a nice run, and Chant's going to have a nice run with his teammate, and we could see 3 wide here. Is there any room for it? I think Chant's already clear of his teammate, so Etsu's going to get a clean run down the inside, and Jamie's not going to have a clean run to return to. You can see he was struggling there. and lucky to stay ahead, I think, of Simulanastasia, up there into P4, the Cyber driver, gaining 12 points on his nearest rival in the championship. And yeah, certainly I would say that Itchu is the strongest of the soft compound runners. If he can get past Chant, I reckon he'll be in the back of his too quickly. Although to be fair, they are both catching very quickly to Jamie and his little group of buddies. And Yoss gets a penalty, so he has a bit of trouble. And there's, yeah, these two have already cut to the back. We just saw how it happened so quickly there. And looks like Yoss is trying to get by Sweden as well. So a lot going on here in the early laps of the Japanese Grand Prix. Only lap 5 out of 27, so we've got plenty of time to go. And plenty of laps to get moves made. And Johnny has made it back to the pits, and I wonder if he's going to get lapped. Not quite. He will survive it. And here comes Sumo Milanastasia right round the outside of Jamie. He's going to get a decent run on the exit here and down towards turn 1, but he wants to be careful of that bump. When you're trying to go for an overtake, it can really put you off. But it hasn't put Sumo Milanastasia off. He's going to go for the inside, but look out for Chance. He's going to go as well. And they're going to go free breast down towards turn 1. Who comes out on top there? Chance cleverly backs out. And Sumo Milanastasia as well backs out. And I wonder if Itchu just ran into the back there of the Ferrari. I don't think there's any damage. No, there is actually. He's lost his right end plate. So the top soft runner will probably stay then as Chant. And a little piece has broke his front wing in a major way. He's had an accident on the exit of turn 2. So that's not going well for him. But a Chant. Oh dear, that's just gone terribly wrong. I can see that come from a mile away. You don't go from even to the Deckens. You're trying to get yourself killed, mate. Don't die. We don't want you to die. But that's exactly what he's done. He's died. So, yeah. He's died there. I think he was hit more than dive bomb. I was on board with a Ferrari, I just don't know which one. But either way, I think they were going side by side for the Deckens, which just isn't a smart idea. His teammate's got a front left end plate missing, so I assumed that it was Zwiedema hitting his teammate around rather than the other way around. But that makes Yoss now the top soft runner. It has to be said, the soft runners are sort of doing themselves a bit of damage here, because they're just not going to be making any progress through the field. They keep smashing off and into each other. Jamie's probably wondering how on earth he's still fit. He saw that huge train behind him reduced to nothing, and now he's going to box. So was he involved with the incident as well? Hard to tell. Maybe he just fancied an early stop. Itchu gets a 5-second stop go just to add insult to the injury. And yeah, is there a new front wing waiting for Jamie? Nope, he just fancies an early stop onto the medium tyres, and away he goes. And yeah, we'll see where he goes from there. Sumo Milanastasia is now catching Dom Rajiv, who's made a mistake and is off in the Dunlop on the entry. And we'll see Sumo Milanastasia. We saw how side by sides are down, didn't work last time. What's the point of even trying it, mate? Come on. What's the point of even trying that? You're on the outside, how's that going to work? And Sumo Milanastasia has found out in the worst way possible that that's not how it works. And he gets, well, he sort of turns himself around. I don't think he can really blame anyone but himself there for that one, unfortunately. And Sumo Milanastasia is out of any contention here as well. They're dropping like flies here at the Japanese Grand Prix. And all this is actually meaning that Yoss, he's got a penalty, but he's 4th. And he's going to look to try and get by John Rajiv now. And he probably would have had quite an entertaining view of that incident for Sumo Milanastasia. I just don't know what he was thinking. Going for it on the first attempt, that's the one thing you don't do, because it never really works. But especially as there. I mean, if it was on the inside, I still wouldn't understand it actually. Rule, never go side by side through the Degners. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, on to lap 8. Yoss up into P4. He's having a good day so far. Has a penalty to deal with later on, but as long as he doesn't get any more, I guess he doesn't really need to complain. And you can see second place up ahead of him there. Noel is losing a bit of pace, and Dom Rajiv ahead is also losing a lot of pace. So Yoss will be feeling quite good about his options right now. You can see that second place is easily available. And to all of the ILR 4, 3, 2 and 1 driver isn't here. Who's looking for strategy? I think we're seeing the winning one at the moment on the screen. Bjorn may not win the race at the moment, but he's certainly got a super strategy. 13 if he's still here. Apologies for the jet engine. I do hope it isn't detracting from the actual commentary here or anything, but yeah. Just let me know, is the jet engine too overpowering with this mic or not? Oh, Dominic Jeep, he's looking wide down. Yoss, don't blow it. You're the last of the high soft runners who's anywhere close to the leaders. I know Lord Elephant there is close, but it's 3 seconds. That takes a while to catch up. Yoss is the soft runner's best hope, and down the inside to 130R. He's really trying to kill himself here, and he's got through. Dominic Jeep up into Narnia there. A little bit. I don't know, does that count as Narnia, that one? I'll call it Narnia, sure. But he gets ahead. Yoss and up into third, and Noel makes a pit stop because his tyres are absolutely destroyed. And Dominic Jeep gets a 5 seconds dock-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So yikes, is all I can say to that. So it is Chapalili then leading from now Yoss, and then Lord Elephant himself, and then MK Bourne and others. I don't really want to go much further than that because a lot can change in the coming laps, especially with all the pit stops happening. So let's wait about 18 laps until we can actually confirm an order, shall we? Because I'm sick of trying to predict stuff and then getting it wrong. Just trying to think of a good time to plug ILR merch. Because I think loads of you have been saying on Twitter this week that all the ILR merch has been arriving, and do feel free to check out ILR's merch. It's quite good. You can get your name on the back of it, you can get a number, you can get a flag, you can get all sorts on the jersey anyway, and yeah, it's top quality. So support your league, buy our merch. I'm not very good at this, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, just buy it, okay? Just buy it. Just do it. You can put a post on Twitter and ILR will 100% retweet it as well, so you get popular. Anyway, looks like Yoss is actually starting to catch Chapalili, and he's going to catch a massive amount as he pits now, Chapalili. So he's 5 seconds stop go, Chapalili. So that can cost him. Maybe Yoss isn't the winning strategy. That is helping him massively. As long as he gets his own pit stop right, Yoss is looking at possibly a race win on the alternate strategy. Mr. Elephant behind him, he's losing a lot of time, but he's still a factor, I guess. We'll see if he keeps losing that time or if he starts to catch it up a little bit. Where's Chapalili going to end up? We see Noel on the main straight, and Chapalili caught in a little bit of traffic, so maybe a chance of catching for Noel. We'll see though. Jamie currently in P12, and the carriage on the best strategy I think right now. Maybe Jamie not going to catch it that much. I don't think Carriage is going to win the championship today, but he will certainly be looking at some success in the US of A, which you think is quite likely. He's already got a 75-point lead, so if it all stays equal after this, he'll win in USA anyway, but unless something goes terribly wrong in the next 4 races, it is going to be Carriage's championship. And Lord Elephant is losing a bit of time. I love his name. And Chapalili is also losing a bit of time. He's going to have to try and get past Erlandine up the hill, preferably, I reckon, for him. And then get by Chant, who's on a set of softs. And it should be pretty easy for Chapalili to get by. And on the grass, though, that's not the safest way of doing it. Sometimes you can do that and then actually spin off on the entry because you just lost all your grip because you've destroyed your tyres with sticking them on the grass. For even just half a second, that could be enough to destroy your race. But we've currently got 8 people who are yet to pit. That is Yoss, Elephant, MK Bourne, Carriage, Smudge, Chant, Erlandine and Bastos, with Chapalili shoved there into 7th place just to irritate anyone with OCD. And we are on lap 11 of the Japanese Grand Prix in ILR5, and yeah, it's hard to tell who's going to win this race. At the moment I'd say it's between Yoss and Chan, not Chan, Chapalili, but let me know what you think. in the comments, and do excuse me, I'm going to quickly try and see how the mic sounds again, because I'm really paranoid about how bad it is. But in the meantime, let's just quickly see what these two do. That jet engine is irritating, isn't it? So I will get the jet engine sorted, so don't worry about that. You're just going to deal with it for the next 16 laps. But yeah, Josten makes his pit stop on the softs, and a little piece gets a 3-second time penalty. Jos, as far as I'm seeing, hasn't sped in the pit lane, so that's an achievement. Congratulations to him. But where's he going to come out? He hasn't had to overtake anyone. There is Chaplini there though, so we will lose that position. But I have a feeling he's going to be a little wee bit closer. Orlando gets by as well, so does Bastos, and Noel, does he beat him out? No. So Jos is still net third, which he won't complain about, I don't think, as he is right behind Noel. He will fancy his chances on 3-lap fresher tyres, and especially seeing that Noel has got some traffic, if you can call Bastos traffic ahead. Former chapter leader from I think a long time ago, Bastos, if you remember. And so he does know his way around a racetrack, so maybe not the easiest man to pass, but when you've got an 8-lap tyre advantage, maybe he is an easy man to pass. Depends how much he wants to fight it, I guess. But yeah, we're not even at the halfway point of this race, so I'm going to be very interested to see what Jos's pace is on these mediums compared to Chaplini. Chaplini certainly was the best in the supers, so we'll see how he does handle them mediums. Johnny pits again. He went on some supers for a bit of fun, I guess, after his incident earlier on in the race on the exit of turn 2 when he decided to crash, spin, and a bit more spinning. And yeah, it just didn't go too well for him. Carriage pits now from P2 and starts to fall down the field. I imagine MK Bourne's going to be out for another 5 or 6 or even 7 laps and maybe try and go for some supers. Chaplini is now ahead of Chant, so that is big for him. He's got a nice 2-second gap to the next car, and he will probably close it down quite quickly, get by, and then MK Bourne may hopefully just pit before he catches. So Chaplini should have a pretty easy run. Noel, though, is under a lot of pressure. He can see behind him a lot of cars, and he can see ahead of him 2 cars as well. He's in a pretty difficult position here. How is he going to deal with it? We're seeing obviously with the bigger battles that head towards Degna that it doesn't end well. So we'll see how this one goes for him. Noel obviously is still net second, but I don't know, can MK Bourne get amongst all this lot if it just stays you know, pretty crazy out there? These guys fight for long enough. Well, we'll have to see. But Noel is just 1/10 back, but Jos is just 2/10 back. This is going to be close, people. And here they go, up the hill towards 130R. Jos is on the best tyres out of these guys, and he's got 3 cars ahead of him to worry about and 2 cars behind, really. So this is going to be tight. I can't really predict how this is going to go. But Orlando, if I was Orlando, I'd be really worried here, and you can see that Jos is already trying to get by, and they're making a bit of contact. And we're going to go 3 abreast, I think, people. Here we go. Dom Regime trying to get his second place back. This is a genuine fight for second place. And with a bit of desync, it looked like he almost bounced ahead there, but he does back up a little bit. And down into turn 2, Jos just doesn't get through yet. This helps the guys ahead catch, pull away. But it means the guys behind will catch a lot. And Dom Regime, I think, went for a bit of a dive bomb there, and he's really lagging about the place, isn't he? Hopefully he doesn't actually cause any issues with anybody. And Chaplini is right up the back of Smudge. We have an eye on that one. But Jos, he's going wide at Dunlop. He's getting a little bit impatient. And who wouldn't when you're in a 6-car fight and you really need to get away? And there's been an incident. Noel's in trouble. Noel's in some serious trouble. And he's off to Narnia. He's lost his front wing. You can see that bit flying off. I think he must have run into the back of Bastos there. And I think this is a serious issue now for Noel. He's went from being a net second to being a net 6th or 7th, and he has to pit. Oh dear. Not going well there. Disaster class. And Shapalili, up the hill he goes, onto the inside line, trying to get by Smudge, and doing it nice and easily. And Smudge, he could fight back if he wants to, but if he's got any sense, he won't. And he does have sense. Praise the Lord, he's got some sense. And yeah, staying out. Chant must give him some credit. He's been out there for 13, 14 laps now on the sauce, and they're not dead. So this gives hope to people far and wide that if you blow your super softs too early on, these softs are still good and they're still fast, and Null's getting a penalty just to add insult to the injury that's on his car. And Carriage gets a 3-second penalty in 14, 12 seconds off the nearest car. Doesn't really gonna matter to him. I don't think that made any sense, but yeah, Chant is looking quicker than these guys, isn't he? He's doing really well on these soft compound tires. And I tell you what, this will give me confidence. This means second I go into ILR3, I'm sitting there thinking on the grid, ah yes, I'm on the super soft, I'll go 7 laps on these and then do the rest on the soft, and I'll know it's easy. Or maybe I won't. Time will tell though. Anyway, Chant is closing on Smudge. God knows what this is for now. Our Landine's lost a bit of time. I wonder if he's been overtaken by everyone, and he has. And yeah, it's you gets passed, and he has been past everyone. Oh dear. I think he's still in the points though, but then when he pits he might lose a bit more, so I don't know if it's going to be a great day for our Landine. Yoss is now at the head of this pack, by the way, I must point out. And I really don't know who to watch here. We're looking at Don Rajiv going down the inside and trying to get by on Bastos. Doesn't get it done yet. On the main straight though, this is going to get pretty fun. They're all going to be very close to each other. We're seeing 2 side-by-side battles potentially happening here. We've got the one for P6 and the one for P8. And the guys going for the moves have got them completed. So nice job from the 2 drivers actually making some overtakes there. John Rajiv up to 6. It's you up into 8. And yeah, good driving from the lot of them. Good stuff, people. Nice one. And yeah, we're now on to lap 16. So I wonder if MK Boyd's going to be looking at them tyres and thinking to himself, I could do a pit stop. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. We'll have to wait and see. Well, let's watch him anyway, because I want to break off that for a second. Just to appreciate that he's doing a good job. Shapley is only closing about a second a lap, and that is on nearly enough 10 lap near tyres. And oh dear, oh. Ignore it all. Ignore all the praise. He's just got it wrong. He just got it completely wrong. For God's sake, I go on board with you for 1 second and you go and make a mistake. You know, this is like Monaco all over again. You're bottling it the second anyone looks at you. For God's sake. For God's sake. He was doing a good job until that, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him scamper off into the pits now and watch him speed for good measure. No, he didn't. Good man. Nice one. Good job. So Shapalini regains the lead of this race. Chant pits as well. Smudge stays out to go into second. And Yoss is going to be third, but that is the next second. And let's get a gauge on the gaps now. You can actually sort of predict that, and it is about 8.5 seconds. So Yoss, you've got some work to do. You need to get within, I think, 2 seconds to win this race, because obviously Shapalini has still got a 5-second stop go penalty to serve at the end of the race, unless you have a crash. In this case, it'll just serve out in the pits. And yeah, it's going to be quite a challenge to see if Yoss can catch up. Jamie now on the back of Bastos. He's looking for a net P4 at the moment, as Knowles has fast out the race. Won't do him much good, unfortunately, when he sat down there in 13th place. And Chant is going to a set of the super soft, the sensible option, I think, there. See what he can do now. I'll certainly keep an eye on it on the timing boards. And yeah, Jamie looking just to get the job done, and he's got some cars behind him, so he knows he needs to get this done. Obviously, Itchu had his issues earlier on. He had his incident, I think, down at the Degna. He'll be hoping not to ever do that ever again. But Yeah, because it sort of spoiled his chances of being with Yoss right now, fighting for a podium. And I think it's what 15th on the grid, so shame there for him. But hey, he can sort of redeem himself. He can get by these lot. But it's quite difficult to get past Jamie as he goes up the inside of Bastos. He now leads this little group. And they head down towards turn 1. Can Echu get by instantly on Bastos? He can indeedy, as Bastos does pit. He bails out of that one. And Echu now on the attack. Don't forget, guys, you can put your opinions and feelings in the chat. Let me know how you are enjoying the race and all sorts, and let me know what the mic is like. Obviously, as I said, 1,000,001 times in this race. This is a new mic, and I'm still trying to, figure it all out. And at the moment, I can't really do much of it because I'm, commentating. But it's a good mic, honestly. If it didn't have a jet engine to worry about and a really creaky chair, then we'd all be good. Unfortunately, we have got a jet engine and a creaky chair, but we've got a good race, so this is fine. Now, I'm waiting for this guy to get into a battle. Lord Elephant 9000 is catching up to the back of HU, and he'll be looking to get past and send the Japanese crowd into a bit of a frenzy because he's in an elephant in 6th place. Oh my god. And do you want to know what's better about this, actually? He's going to actually possibly end up... He should end up 6th, but he might fancy 5th if he can get by HU. So you'll have to be quite happy about that. But we'll see. Smudge stays out. He's not going to pit yet. So that's waiting a lap or 2 to wait and actually find out. I wonder if MK Bourne felt the need to lose his tyres that early on. I wonder if he'll regret that. But Lord Elephant goes at the inside. The Japanese crowd go crazy as they see an elephant overtaking and going up into 6th place. Very well done from the animal there. Yeah, I don't know. Don't make them an endangered species, people. They're very good at driving cars. Bastos and Chant and Carriage is looking behind him and thinking, not Bastos, someone else. Did I say Carriage or Bastos? I don't know. Bastos, I mean, is looking behind him thinking, oh my god, what's happening? And Itchu's thinking, oh my god, I didn't listen to Owen and I've crashed into Decknet again. Dear. Narnia. So Bastos is looking behind him and going, oh my god, what is happening? But luckily, he's just had a look at what tyres he's got on, and he's now seen that Itchu's retired, and he sees, oh, hold on a minute, I can see points now. Oh, this isn't too bad of a sight. I'm liking this now. Chant, oh dear, Itchu. I mean, that should be a safety car flat out of the game. The game forgot to bring the safety car with it again. Anyone who watched ILR2 Singapore will have noticed that the safety car was Burt Mylander. He was testing the new suspension on it. Sort of killed him. Sort of went a bit shaky on it all, and sort of, like I said, killed him. So we're looking at trying to get a new safety car driver. If you want to be a new safety car driver, feel free. But MP Bourne now up into P7, past Sweet Dema, down the main straight. And look at this. Yoss doesn't have to rely on the pits. He's going to get by on the inside there. That's a very well worked move. As Chant is ahead of Noel, man. Noel not even in the points. Oh, it's all gone to shame. It's all gone disastrously wrong. For Noel Patrick. Or, as we all like to call him, Noel Edmonds. Thanks, Sam, for that one. I will never stop stealing that. And, yeah. Oh, you pleb, I've just caught that one straight. Oh, I'm very good at catching your 15 seconds of fame. I've balls that up. I'm very good at catching your 15 seconds of fame when you try and kill yourself. And that is a pretty nasty accident. That wheel is very close to just killing him there. And Noel has died, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Edmonds, so the joy of the British public is dead. Meanwhile, with a little piece in 15th and Johnny in 16th, I think there are 2 other people that had incidents during this race, and fair play to them, they've kept going, but is there any point? No. but like I say, fair play for trying. Smudge is pitting, so McLaren has just seen one car retire and lose a lot of points, and about to see the other one lose a lot of points, but Turismo has also retired from the session, so they maybe won't lose points, I don't know. Is that through 130R? Has he lost his legs or something? Where has he went? Where's he gone? Has he disappeared? What's he done? Oh, has he? Ah, yes, he's died in the horrendous wall of death, thanks to that cancerous bump that I've mentioned a few times. This bump right here, and I'm going to assume that stuck Sweden into the wall. And that doesn't look very comfortable, does it? MK Bourne is catching Mr. Elephant, Lord Elephant. And will he get past? Hopefully not, actually, because I kind of want to see the elephant do well just because of his name. He doesn't want to see someone called Lord Elephant succeed in life, you know what I mean? But yeah, P6 trying to get himself over into P5 is the Mercedes driver. And yeah, we've only got 7 laps to go, about to be 6 laps to go, I think. So yeah, Yossi still needs 5.3 seconds, I think, to win this race. So it's not looking too likely. And yeah, MK Bourne going through 130R now. He may fancy a dive bomb, but I don't advise it, and I don't think he wants to go for. Oh, he had a look though. He had a very good look there, and he will just wait, I think, sensibly. And you can see how that barrier has been destroyed when Sweden has gone into its side on. And MK Bourne down towards turn 1. Is he looking for the inside? Is he? Yes, he is. Good stuff there. Up into P5, and 3 seconds behind Jamie, but on the best tyres. Game on. That's all I can say to that one. And it's the only battle that we're going to be watching on the track here, because there's nothing else happening. We're going to hit a bit of a lull. So, do it for us, MK Bourne. Make us all proud and have a good old attack on this guy called Jamie, who's bottling the championship. May I remind you, mainly because he doesn't know how to win a race. I think he lost Germany by like 3 tenths. He's not very good. But don't tell him that. He may not be too happy about that. But yeah, he will keep it alive, because we've only got carriage as 7th, which is nice. Jamie does gain 6 points. Yes, I'm saying it, but yes, 6 points. So the gap will go down to a whopping 69, which is going to have everybody in a frenzy, I think you'll find, because they're all childish and stuff. And yeah, that's obviously if MK Bourne doesn't get past, and I sort of hope for the sake of maturity that he actually does get past. Noel has called Japan trash. Well, while you're here, is the mic trash? I know I keep asking this, but is it any good? Please tell me it's good, thanks. Because I can't hear this myself, obviously. I'm just talking into it and just hoping for the best. But yeah, we've seen a lot of faster laps coming in from people who've just changed tyres, obviously. Oh, well, I say obviously, Carriage did just set one, you know, he's 10 lap old mediums, but that was taken away by somebody on the set of supers, so that's the point I'm trying to make. Right, ignore the jet engine. Do I sound legible? Do I sound good? Please, come on, help us out here, man. Help us out. Help a guy who can't hear himself out here. Help a guy who's just stuck this in, living 5 minutes for the race. Help. 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 I'm only picking this moment now because there's nothing happening. Yeah. Oh, Johnny's got a penalty. Why has he done that one then? Is he trying to catch little pieces? He finally seen in the F1 car today and got really excited. I think he has. He's had a difficult day. He's had a day where he's had an incident. Just out of here, I don't know if he was hit by Dom Regime or not. I guess we'll find out in the stewards later on. Don't forget, you can actually have a look at all the incidents if you fancy by going onto the ILR forums and everything. It's quite an interesting read when you get someone raging. I remember, you know, back when ILR3 was a proper banter tier. Still is in a way. Just not in the way we're all expecting. But yeah, back in the good old days of ILR3 Australia, we had Andy, giving people interesting names in the Stewards Forum. So it's always a read if you want to watch incidents or report any incidents. And yeah, wonder if Johnny will be in there later on. But we've got 4 laps to go then, including the one we're on right now, which is just about halfway through. So oh, hold on, more stuff in the chat. He needs a quick summary about what happened at the start. Noel does. Okay, I shall attempt to tell you what happened at the start. Because basically, we had Iceman going in towards turn 1, a bit hot, sort of lost it, went off to Narnia, and we're seeing Johnny at the inside. Does he get through into 13th? Yes, he does. Nicely done. But yeah, basically. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Maybe he won't, because we've got a little pace. Ah, he's got no DRS, has he? So that's not going to help him out. But yeah, they went down towards turn 1, all good and stuff, and then Iceman, he went wide, he went for the move, he went wide, and he lost a lot of places, and I think it just sort of caused a little bit of confusion and chaos behind. Nothing too bad, there was just, you know, silly incidents. Is the best way to describe it. It's hard to get a summary of it, let's just say that much. Let's just say, the guy goes wide, a little bit of chaos, he came out worse because he then retired, and Carriage is all over the road, isn't he? He's pushing so hard, but he's getting penalties. Not helpful in the situation. I think I'd say also, I was saying about Johnny earlier, he was hit round by G potentially, maybe just lost it himself. And yeah, no, you were actually pretty close to taking the lead at one point. You should have went for it, my friend, but nah, you didn't. And there was also a Red Bull Toro Rosso incident in the chicanes, I think, at the start of the race. Well, I say chicanes, just the sweepy bits, first sector. But yeah, that's basically a summary. Iceman goes wide, loses a lot of places. Red Bull Toro Rosso crash, and then Iceman a few laps later bent it himself. Johnny was in the wall as well. And yeah, it's all going fine actually. The soft runners were pretty good. And yeah, the soft runners are still not too bad. I mean, we've got MK Bourne up there in 5th. He's on them now, he's doing pretty well. And Yall started on them and he's up into P2. And Shapley only got 2 laps to go. Oh, Noel saying he may have squeezed him. I don't think he did squeeze him. I think he just sort of overcooked it into turn 1. Iceman, he just, I think he was just a bit too hot into there. But yeah, no, I think he just overcooked it. He wasn't the only one to do that. It wasn't all on lap 1, but other people were doing that throughout the race. Yeah, I just called them peoples. Grammar right here. Being his GCSE. Then dropped it in English, yep. Grammar is something I do not specialise in. Jamie is specialising now in somehow catching Dom Regime on these 19-lap-old mediums. Maybe doing a better job of saving them. But is he going to be able to get by? That is the question. Do you know what? I'm going to make a bold prediction here, because obviously none of us want this 69-point gap, mainly because it will be really immature and people won't like it because reasons. So we've got 2 opportunities for this. We've got Carriage trying to get past Lord Elephant, which I don't want because I like Lord Elephant because of his name. So Jamie, come on, keep this title alive. Get yourself another 3 points down, make that a 9-point gap, and please make the gap 66. I'm not biased, I just don't want it to say 69. Anyway, here's Chapelini. Do you know what, if I can, I want to ride on board for this final lap. But I can't, can I? This is about to happen. Down the inside of the Elephant goes Carriage, and he's forgot what the track is, he's got lost. And it didn't quite work out for him, so he stays 7th, and Jamie stays 4th, and that's 12 and 6 points respectively. And Shapley not taking the best line through there, maybe to try and take it easy towards the end. He sees his gap is big, but I wonder if his tyres are just starting to go a bit on him there. He's on 17 Apple tyres, so he doesn't want it to go completely disastrously wrong. But I don't know if he knows that he has to keep that gap over 2 seconds. He probably knows he has to keep it over 5, because he's got a 5-second stop going, which he'll have to take. He also pretty sure has a 3-second penalty, so at the end of the race, this gap will go to about 4.7. Oh! It's like he's either it's like he's not concentrating or something. I don't know. But Chapelini's in a bit of trouble, and Smudge is out of this race. Smudge out of the race on the last lap, and he's died horrendously. But Chapelini, he's only actually got, I think, a 3.5 seconds lead at the moment. It's fallen quite a bit because he's either just not been concentrating or his tires are going. I don't know, but he's going to get to the end of the race just about. And here he comes through the final turn and onto that horrifying bump. Chapelini gets Cyber on top in Japan, winning at Suzuka. Yoss on the alternate strategies made it work beautifully, and he actually got more penalties, so it didn't really matter. The 5 seconds in the end for Chapelini. Dom Rajib only 5th, as Jamie goes up to 3rd, and MK won 4th, Dom Rajib 5th, carried 6th. We don't go to 69, we go to 66 points at the top. Thank God for that. And Sumo Malanataja looking at trying to get the last point. Can he do it? Orlandine on better tyres. You can see Sumo Malanataja is revving the hell out of that Haas. Can't he find any way through? Is there any way through? Orlandine's moving a little bit, and he's just not going to get through, is he? Bastos 8th, Chant 9th. Unless there's any penalties involved, it's going to be Orlandine 10th by a whisker. And to the line he comes. Yep, he's 10th. Sumo Malanataja 11th. Johnny, fair play to him, he kept in it after his incident at the start. Same as Little Piece, but they're going to finish 12th and 13th, quite a bit away behind. Jamie's asking, or not Jamie, I keep mixing Andy and Jamie, I apologise. No, Andy's asking what mic this was. I'm pretty sure this is the Blue Yeti, this one. I'll give you the exact spec here if I can. Yeah, Blue Yeti in the blackout colour. Funny, but yeah. Please don't tell me about the wrong one. Probably got the wrong one. I don't know. I think this is the one we were talking about before, or at least one of the ones we were talking about. Yeah, I got Andy's advice. Great guy. Cheers for advice on mics. But yeah, I got this one in the end. Turn the gain down. Oh, I've had that up. Oops. Right, okay. Tell me you can hear this. Now, please don't tell me that I've got this wrong the whole race. I gotta hear this for myself. Hold on. Just so I know for the future. Andrew, is this working okay? Just so I know for the future. Oh, it is. Well, cheers, Andy. Cheers, Andy. I'll do that for the next one. Can you hear the jet engine? Can you hear my PlayStation still? Just while we're here. Can you hear the PlayStation? Is it still bad? Or is it not? I can't really tell. Listen, I'm trying to listen to myself, sure. Listen. Well, we can pretend that it sounds like the crowd. I mean, it sort of does, right? We can pretend that's a Japanese crowd. So, okay. Okay, right, so you can barely hear it, I think. Right, well, cheers to that, Andy. And thank you for advice on the mic as well. But let's go through the top 10 quickly for this race because I got to go get ready for ILR3. So, Chapelini won the race from Joss, and then Jamie, MK Bourne, Mr. Lord Elephant himself, gotta love the guy. Dom Rajib, Carriage, Bastos, Chant, Orlando, that's your top 10 now. That's your point scorers. Got down to 66 in the championship now. Carriage still commanding the lead. If he can outscore Jamie by 9 points in the next race at the US of A, then he will be the ILR5 champion. Thank you all so much for watching. Please tune into ILR3 to watch me not bottle, right? Because I'm good, obviously. And watch ILR4 if you fancy as well. But ILR4 and ILR3 will both be on at 8 PM, so 17 minutes time. Thank you all so much for watching. Apologies for trying to learn how to use a mic while commentating at the same time, because I got it like 5 minutes before the race started. And we'll have this all sorted for ILR2 on Sunday. And yeah, bit of a amateur stream to be honest by myself, so I apologise for that. But anyway, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you on a Sunday with Soup for ILR2. And like I say, tune in to ILR3 or 4, your preference.